Me know about sardine, mackerel, bully beef, chicken foot, chicken neck, chicken back. Nothing I waste, nothing I dash way.
So to start off this chicken parmesan, the first thing you're going to do, we have 1/4 cup of flour here, and I'm going to slightly season that with a little bit of pepper, about 1/4 teaspoon. And then gonna go in with a touch of garlic powder, about 1/4 teaspoon, just the same. With a 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, nothing much. A dash of salt, not even, and paprika, about a teaspoon of paprika. That's nice and incorporated. So I'm using here some panko breadcrumbs, and this is Japanese style breadcrumbs, and it's just the white of the breadcrumb. We don't use a crust in this breadcrumb. I'm gonna go in with a cup of that panko breadcrumb. I'm gonna season that with 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, 1.5 teaspoon of dried basil. Last but not least, some grated Parmesan cheese, and that is about 1/4 cup. Here we go. Just gonna mix that with the hand. Beautiful. That's well incorporated. We're gonna set this to the side. On a separate container, we're gonna go in with 1/4 cup of milk, 1 whole egg. Drop that in, and we're just gonna whisk that. I'm using here 1 chicken breast. Now you can use whichever size that you want, and I'm gonna just cut this into 2. So I didn't cut it all the way, so I butterfly that chicken breast, as you can see, and then I'm gonna add a piece of plastic wrap over this, just so I don't damage the chicken, so it's easier to deal with. I'm just gonna roll that out, just to get the chicken even, so that everything cooked all at once. This chicken was already washed with vinegar and water. That's how I deal with my chicken. Alright? So we have over here our oil going, and we need this to heat up to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And this is approximately 1.5 cups of oil. I also have some tomato sauce going, and I have a video out on how to get your tomato or marinara sauce made. And this is just on low heat right now. It's a little bit thick. That's how I like my tomato sauce. We're gonna heat that with about 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Flip that over. Repeat. And a touch of salt. Because remember now, we have seasoning in the flour and the panko breadcrumb. And we rub that in. So about 1/4 teaspoon of each. Gonna go in that egg wash. You wanna drain the excess egg off, and then into our flour mixture. You ensure that you coat the entire chicken breast. Now I'm not using a lot because I'm only doing 1 chicken breast, right? But you want to ensure that that flour has an even coating. So we just shake the excess off, back into the egg wash again, and then in our panko breadcrumb. So we're gonna ensure that we get that panko breadcrumb all over this chicken breast. So ensure that we coat the entire chicken breast now with that panko breadcrumb. Then we're gonna pat that, kind of press it down, press it down a bit, shake. Then I'm gonna go back into my egg wash, because I want to double bread this so it's nice and crisp. We're not wasting anything here. That's why we use the little bit of the amount of flour that we did. Drain that off. Don't worry about those ball spots. We're gonna cover them. I'm gonna add half my breadcrumb onto a flat surface, on with that chicken breast, and then on with that panko breadcrumb. We'll just spread that on top. Press that in. Beautiful. Get the ball spots. We're just gonna cover those. Press that in. I'm gonna have to cut this into two because it's gonna be pretty big. So now that we have those nicely crusted, shake the excess off. Then we're gonna go right into our hot oil. Look at that. That's what you want. Beautiful. So we're gonna fry these for about 2 to 3 minutes. I'm gonna flip those over. Beautiful. Beautiful. We'll get that nice crunch on each side. So you see those colors are nice. Next time for us to remove these. Drain that excess oil. And onto a baking tray. Alright. We have your tomato sauce ready. We're just gonna spoon right on here with our tomato sauce, and we're just gonna spread that across generously. Not too much. Depending on how much you like sauce, you can go in with that amount, but I need a nice light coating onto the top of my chicken. And last but not least, we're gonna top that off with some shredded mozzarella cheese. I'm gonna go right on there with that cheese. We don't want to put too much because when the cheese melts, it spreads. Just ensure that we cover that tomato sauce. Just gonna pop this in our oven for about 1.5 minutes and broil, just to melt that cheese and get a beautiful color on it. How beautiful those look. Cheese melted and have a bit of that brown on there. Guess what? Cut off with a bit of parsley. Let it rain on there. And there you have it. Chicken Parmesan. Made easy here on Morris Time Cooking It. Once again, thank you very much for watching. And do remember to hit that subscribe button for more amazing videos like these. Until next time, safe travel upon the gravel and go and big up on yourself. You know the thing, I know it's time to enjoy this. See it? Hear that crunch? Beautiful. Beautiful. Chicken is nice and still moist. Beautiful. Look at that cheese. This is absolutely great, man. Oh, beg, nah, get. Oh, no beg now, huh?
Dinner for later. But know you fast, girl, and have to tell me. Cause any man can feed you. So that's why I always take me to the kitchen. Yeah, yeah, yeah.